Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tales of Elordial, A Wound in the Wind. We are Myth and Mischief.
Woo!
First time.
You came in too early.
First time.
You need to
First time, yeah, it is.
First woo.
It's his first intro.
Welcome to newest.
You came in too early.
Yeah.
Devin, stop coming to
It's stubborn.
Yeah, welcome the newest member, Devin. If you don't know why he's here, then watch the last
Neither do I.
episode. Yeah, we kidnapped him.
You get the picture. Just watch everything we've done.
Yeah, it would be pretty confusing, even with the recap, if you don't. So, I guess we can just crack on right into it.
Yay! Woo!
In the small village of 10 Trees on the Calgary Peninsula, in the nation of Eteria, our whatever you are
Rude.
came together for different reasons. All came together for their own reasons. An actor, protector.
Sounds cool.
I don't know what you said.
I said defender.
A defender, all right. An actor, a protector, a defender, a sneaker,
One day I'll be a swashbuckler.
an outsider, an outsider,
And a second outsider.
And a rock.
yeah. And The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dude, he's here!
And whatever it is that you turn out to be. We're here when the song shattered the sky.
The song that split the skies.
The god Airtool of the Wind swept in to protect the world from whatever this cataclysm was, holding on and crying in pain as all of you fled to the fort, helping protecting what little remained of the village that some of you had spent your entire lives in, while others only visited. You worked to gather what you needed to protect this village, to help everyone survive, and finally found yourselves at a mill on the south end of town, run by the Molins, seemingly the source of all of this. 3 children and a mother, frantic, desperately trying to do something, conjuring magic to their fingers, while a creature sat at the heart of all of this, trapped in glass. As it all came to a head, Knives, eyes black, went into a fury and took down this creature in a fury of their own. With no memory of the events that happened, we will jump back in to the top of this shattered mill under a shattered sky. To shattered people.
To a mound of crystals on the wall.
As Ethel slumps down to the floor before you, and Knives comes out of this rage.
Knives. That was really scary. Hi.
Swords drop to the ground. And he backs up. And just sort of slumps against the wall. What happened?
Everything is okay now.
What happened?
We'll explain soon. Just breathe.
Sits down.
Okay.
Sarah runs, breaking free of these restraints as they fade, runs to Ethel's side, goes, "No, yeah, Mum!" Rushes up, pushing into you, not like attacking, just like fists on your chest. "You've killed her!" And just like crying and beating into your chest.
She's breathing. Relax.
Yeah.
It was not.
Yeah. Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, not one.
She keeps beating, and you just say it again and again until your voice raised. She just slumps down and gets the wall next to you, crying. As Sally, Jules is still tied up in the house, also comes running up the stairs. And up the ladder, rather. Knives slumped against the wall.
I'm going to stand over this creature. First, I want to try to do some form of investigation as to what I'm looking at.
Sure. Make an Arcana check for me.
Don't hurt it.
One day I'll remember to have my stats out. Arcana 21.
You don't know. You have never seen its like. But it is clearly formed of the same crystals that fell from the sky that even now ring the edge of that tear. And as you look out now, you two simultaneously realize something. You no longer feel that pulse. That and the tear that was still slowly creeping ever wider has stilled.
I think they had somehow got this creature and made it do something, and
We can't have it reacting on emotion again. I'm going to pull the chain that I got from that door out of
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Are there any beams
Oh,
in this thing that I can just wrap his hands
this
to?
room is absolutely full of iron pipes, which you could quite easily pull off the wall. As you look around the room now, taking in a moment, you see a room that does not belong here. Machinery, gears, magic engines of a kind you've never seen. None of you have ever seen the level of arcane and technological knowledge needed to create this room. There's plenty of pipes around, looking like the pipes of some kind of organ.
Okay. The way that he was casting his spells, did he seem like he was casting in a manner similar to how people of our world would? Like he
With your
requires
21
his
Arcana?
hands free and shit like that?
Techniques.
Do I feel like if I lock his hands to something, he's not going to be
Technique-wise, yes. Yes. Some of the abilities you can't know for sure, but definitely you saw him cast plenty of spells. Most of them still required somatic, verbal material, or some combination thereof. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll add as well while you're getting a good looky. Face is still just
Yeah.
completely still. Looks like it's still looking at you, but as you look inside, there's what looks like a purple smoke just sort of moving all inside with little twinkles. What looks like a galaxy inside his head.
Sick. That's awesome. Felix pretends that he's not excited. Can I do a medicine check to understand how his anatomy actually works? Is there some flexibility to the way that they move? Or is it like the shifting of stone?
Sure. I'm going to say this is... Oh, yeah, make a medicine check. Go for it.
Intelligence?
What's everyone... Yeah.
Be straight intelligence, so 16.
16? You really don't know.
Even if I literally, when I'm putting him together, move his arms to check.
Moves like a person, you see no joints. You definitely don't see tendons and things moving. It is more like rearranging of the body.
Right.
But it feels fluid.
Yeah, it feels as fluid as a human would, but it is more like it is fundamentally altering its shape whenever it moves.
Felix, don't tie him up. You saw how he reacted to being caged last time. We should win him over instead.
Anielloa. What can you feel from him?
When I came up in here, it was the lady, and he was in a giant glass container trapped, and he was so angry at being in there. And then I tried to talk to him through the glass, and we touched hands, and it was just so peaceful and calm and friendly and nice. And then she attacked him, and then he just got, it's just, I think, a lot, but I think he's actually nice. I think everything has maybe come from him. I think he's been trapped here for a long time and made to do everything. The pulsing has stopped. There's nothing coming in at me anymore.
I'm going to see if I believe you.
Roll a die, just so you know if you're not.
12.
Because I think you're telling the truth, right? Yeah. I'm going to say with the 12, you probably get sincerity there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you like touching him now, or are you just like?
Yeah, I've crept over and like I'm there.
Cool. Right, you like physically touching.
Probably, yeah, because I don't want you to restrain him. I want everyone to sort of stay away.
Cool.
Juniper, you should get those two out of here.
While you were answering Juniper's question.
Whoa.
Juniper's question. You stop mid-sentence
Oh, stop.
because you're overwhelmed with just calmness as you hear this like beautiful cacophony of like what sounds like voices, but it's otherworldly.
Cool.
Singing in an
Singing.
impossible harmony.
Oh, that goes well in my books.
I
Felix is like, get more.
I feel, as dumb as it sounds, Felix does pull out a leather-bound journal and begins writing silently.
feel like
I won't focus if I do that.
I.
Maybe so.
Sally, who is in the room, and Sarah's just slumped there crying. Sally speaks up and goes, I don't... Mum wouldn't let any of us see them. See it. They were just... I don't know what she was doing or where she got this idea, but she's... You're right. She trapped them in here, and we were all so scared of it.
Maybe you're right, but we can't have it reacting on emotion again, because regardless of everything you say, it would not listen to reason. This is clearly a very emotional creature. If you are really insistent on not having it bound, which I do not recommend, then we can't have any of these women in this room.
This woman that is passed out, right?
I'm also not prepared to let them leave.
There's something in her.
What?
She cast a spell on me, not using her voice, but something else. I tried to cast the same spell on her, and it didn't. And it should have worked.
You can make an Arcana check again if you want. You did fail last time, so I'm going to say this is a higher DC, but
You have
Oh, yeah, I
heard
did.
of anything
Nah,
like that?
20. Fuck.
Yeah, nah.
I
That's
certainly
just
haven't.
that's a 10.
you only know that it should have worked.
You okay?
Someone flying in front of me.
It was my life.
Interpretive.
It was your life flashing before your eyes.
She's just playing with her sailor blue. Yeah. Oh, what?
What?
I don't want to call you Juniper anymore.
Jupiter, yeah, man.
Jupiter. Yeah, you
Sailor.
upgraded her to a god.
Sailor Jupiter.
I think there's a lot of room for a lot of questions for both of these people. And I do not think they should be simultaneous.
Please don't hurt my mum.
I don't intend to, but we need answers.
She hurt me a lot. I don't think it's your mum in there anymore. Something's happened to her.
Perhaps.
What
Maybe.
was she even doing up here? What is all this?
At this point, Sarah, against the wall, looks at you. Conjures the magic to her fingers. She said it would give us a better life.
How is this better? Than what?
When Mum was young, Sarah stands up from the wall. She discovered that she was magically gifted. Nothing amazing, just a few little sorceries here and there. She could touch the flow and guide it just a little. She wanted to learn. So she sent letters everywhere, all around the Bight. Her parents didn't want her to, but she did. Letter after letter after letter, in the hopes that somewhere one of the academies would accept her. But if there's one thing that makes it hard to get an education, it's not having the coin for it. She was some poor miller's daughter in a little village no one cared about. Juniper, as you're hearing this story, you know parts of this. It was fairly kept hush-hush, but this is absolutely the sort of thing that you'd have been aware of back then when Ethel was a girl.
Okay.
Particularly this next part.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah continues to speak. Eventually, she gave up on the letters and decided to go in person. She found a way to the docks at Kostroka, snuck on board a ship, and sailed all the way to Var. She trekked through the deserts. She was gone for months. Showed up on the doors of the Academy admissions and was turned away. She was too poor, too not powerful, with nothing to her name, not a coin left, spent entirely on the journey. She walked back here. Then she settled into her life, had us, and then sparks on her fingers. We all started showing this. She didn't want us to have the same. She said she'd make it better. Don't know where she got the idea for this from. She wouldn't tell us anything other than that she'd found a way to make it better.
Sounds like she made a deal.
Felix kind of stares out at this big tear in the sky for a little while. And he's going to turn around and say, I don't think this creature is going to take too kindly to you. Maybe you and I deal with this problem. The two of you deal with this. He seems to be civil with you, at least. I think you'll have better odds than we will.
Aye.
Alright. So you two are going to talk to Ethel.
Take her to probably the first floor.
Okay.
Or should we take her into the house?
The house. We need to take the whole family in the house.
And then are you two going to talk to... Alright.
I'll wake him up.
Sarah and
Well,
Sally
Maybe.
leave the room and go with you two.
Should we perhaps take them to the fort and
I'm
take
not-
the others
I'm
waiting?
not going anywhere I know my mum's okay.
She'll be coming.
And we'll go together.
Yes, the whole family. We will take you to the fort, where Burrow can decide what happens.
They follow along in silence, but Sarah is casting eyes at you. All right. Up the top, at the top of the mill, there's a brief moment of struggle as you try to think about how on earth to wake this creature up.
Idea?
Doth thou cure wounds?
I could do cure wind.
It when you did that on the crystal, it helped. It
It
seemed
did
to
help.
like it. So maybe if you do it on this crystal man, it might like it.
We're
Give
gonna
it a
cure wind.
Roll your cure wounds.
It's made of crystal.
It's bye-bye check.
Hey.
It's bye-bye check.
6.
6. You regain 6 hit points.
is the
As
ultimate
the light
program.
flows from you, and you return to consciousness.
Like
It looks the exact same. Like,
It just
it's
moves.
just staring up.
Your eyes go.
Eyes are just like they're like statue
They're nothing.
eyes. Like they're
There's
not.
nothing.
They're
There's
not
no
actual
eyeballs.
like eyeballs or pupils.
Like
Does
kneeling
something
next to
change
you.
with the, like
I'm
the
like,
smoky haze inside you?
Yeah,
Or-
you have no.
It's still just
Okay.
moving.
Have you returned to it?
Are you awake?
Yes.
Need a filter.
I want you to know
Yeah.
that you are safe now.
Do you plan on trapping us again?
Never.
We just want to know what's happened. We've taken the woman away, and she's not going to hurt you anymore.
Sigh, but it doesn't breathe.
Mentally sighs.
See, like shoulders sort of drop a bit more.
Yeah.
And relaxes.
How long have you been in here?
We have no idea. We remember being bigger, more voices singing. Then a loud scrape, screech in cracks, glimpses through the glass of horned figures.
Horns like me, like knives, like the other
Is
one.
that the red one?
Yes.
I will say, it's very hard to differentiate the horns. Like, it feels more like knives, but it's also not accurate to either. It's just horns.
And one thing you also both notice as well, it's talking. Its mouth doesn't move. It's just talking.
Just
Why
a
you need a
statue.
filter.
It's just sound coming out.
Yep.
I like to think he sounds like the Hatter.
Was she making you do something?
She chopped away at us. Took parts.
And that's what these machines have done?
We're not sure.
Where did you come from? You say we, like there is a bigger one of you?
Yes. We are part of the unity.
The unity. From universe?
We don't know where we're from. We're a part of more. Now we are little.
Still pretty big.
He is 6'3".
It's pretty. I mean, it's tall. The unity, hey? Never heard of it. Do you know what?
I have also not had it.
Gee, I mean, this isn't my town, so I don't know what I'm doing right now. How would everyone react if we brought him home?
Do you know what it is like outside of the mill?
We have glimpses of another place. But eons difference.
Do you feel the crystals in this area though?
Here, where there is a 100+ foot radius of nothing but powder.
Me powder.
No, you don't.
Is it still nighttime?
It's like 3 in the morning.
Be capping off this game at sunrise.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's dark in here.
Look at my table.
Isn't this room
No,
probably
I'm
lit
all-
up as well? It's probably torches.
I more wanted to show
There absolutely would
Yeah.
be lights up here
show
now.
them like the crystals that are around.
No, I gave that back to you, didn't I? The little... No, it turned to powder.
Yeah.
You did, but it turned to powder.
Yeah. Your hair still lights up, but it's only a 40-foot radius.
Yes, that's no good. While you've been trapped in this room, just outside of here, the land is covered in crystals that look just like you. Large crystals that have done a lot of damage.
They fell from the sky.
Devin. There's one memory, very recent, that sticks out. You remember the harmony, the unity, the song. You remember the silence that came after. And you remember the sick dissonance that came recently, shuddered through your body like some kind of disease. Echoed all around everything. It was anathema to you. Wrong. If you had not been as strong as you were, you think it would have turned you to dust. This was within hours.
Just recite that back.
That must have been when everything turned to shit.
You say there's others like me everywhere?
No.
Like us?
There's certainly crystals that look like your skin, but not ones that can speak or move in the same way.
They're just hunks of crystal rock.
Hey, that's my family you're talking about.
She
She
said
did
all
say the
hunks.
hunks.
Nice.
I want to go to the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And all it, even like your two, I'm guessing, are just sort of leaving and walking off at this point. So still probably within earshot.
Span that conversation.
Yeah, probably not.
My plan was to.
We had to go to the house,
We
free
should.
him.
No, but I would
So
have healed
you're
you
going
when
to
there
the
was
window
a-
to make noise of some kind? Okay, we'll cut to you guys for a bit then, because you're going to hear it. So,
I think we should take the family to.
oh, sorry, actually, what do you say?
It's not words, it's just vibrations and humming. That's all you get. But does anything answer back?
No. You were met by silence. We'll jump to you guys in the house.
We should take the family back to the fort while they're dealing with whatever that was. We should take the cart with the food too. Just make sure everyone gets back safe.
How far is the fort?
It's
Oh,
hungry.
It's hungry.
It hungers.
Probably about 20 minutes-ish up the road. A bit less.
I think we should get these people
10
as
minutes
far
up the
away
road?
from that thing as we can.
If we take these people anywhere else, whoever we are taking them to will begin their own investigation. It might hinder any of ours. I would suggest we do this here first. Take them in with the rest of the group.
I'm going to suggest we speak just a touch louder.
Do they-
Everyone's really
This is
quiet.
hard.
I know.
Not
Everyone.
need to be met with justice.
They definitely do. But I would rather answers first.
I'm assuming you're not saying this in front of all of them?
No. Sort of left them
Yeah.
in there, like the bad ones tied up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or should we check in with them before we leave?
How badly messed up is Ethel?
Badly. You knocked her unconscious, so she'd be on 0.
I don't have any strength in me to wake her up anyway. I guess we watch them until they're done. But I don't think we should leave without them. Because we're going to be met by who knows who. And whatever scrutiny. And we might not be able to ask questions of ourselves. I think we need to approach this as a good unit. But I don't like a lot of this. And I don't know what to make of it.
What happened?
What do you mean?
I have no recollection. I was standing in front of it trying to get it to stop attacking Ethel. And all of a sudden there was a burst of dust in front of my face, and then the next thing I know I'm standing above its unconscious body.
It's new for you, this experience.
It's only happened once before. I don't want to relive that again.
Is there anything I would know about people going into states like that?
Let's
From what I know about.
roll some kind of intelligence check or
Do
medicine.
I know anyone who's experienced a thing like that?
Do I know anyone who's angry?
You know what I mean? It's a natural one, so no.
No.
Everyone's always happy.
Yeah, no one has ever been angry.
I'm the only
Rage
person that's
doesn't
ever
exist.
done this.
Rage is just not a thing.
I'm the first rager.
Yeah. The first barbarian. Took a few generations, but
Yeah.
Well, if your current manner is any indication, you appear to have lost yourself. What looked like a quite nasty fit of rage. I would very much hope that that's not a common occurrence for you. Don't know how to describe it. In some ways, it was very impressive. In other ways, rather worrying.
It rather worries me.
Likewise. Might be worth keeping in check. What do you want to do?
You're right, we should go as a team.
Felix looks up at the sky again and just kind of stares and begins writing again.
What are your thoughts on Anielloa?
Felix keeps writing and flipping through pages. Troublesome, but she's hard to get a read on. I want to understand, but there appear to be far more questions than answers. It's hard to get a read on any of them, really. But she's so otherworldly.
Aye.
What is normal for us is obviously quite abstract for her.
Do you think we can trust her?
I'm still putting that one together.
I don't believe what happened earlier tonight was an accident. But she seems to have not gone against what we've asked since.
Suppose the only thing to do is to watch and see.
I was thinking, like, what did I do?
I killed my original character.
The only thing
Allegedly.
to do is to watch and see how things unfold, especially with what new information we have. I don't know what her intentions are, I don't know why she's here, and I don't understand her nature because it is not of this world. But it appears we're stuck with each other for a little while longer. Only time will tell with all of them.
I'll keep my eye on her.
See that you do. I'll do the same.
Seems a bit hypocritical coming from me now.
Everyone has secrets. Everyone has flaws. It'd be hypocritical to not have a look into anyone, but you do what you have to do.
Pray tell, what are your secrets?
We're not there yet.
This sound echoes out into your heads like a mournful cry, like a song, a sad song, or describe what you hear.
Make the sound.
Yeah, somewhat awful, but it's unfinished. Like it was meant to be a call and response with no response.
Ethel still sits where you tied her up. Sarah accepted her hands being bound. Sally and Jules is also still bound from before. Sally is the only one I'd assume you'd leave unbound because she was on your side the whole time. And she just watches them as they sit there. If there was anything you wanted to talk to, any questions you wanted to ask any of them before giving them over to whatever authority they are, when you will potentially lose that chance, this may be your only chance.
Yeah, Felix kind of just watches her as she comes to for a second. Has everyone joined us, or we're just still with her privately?
Still with her privately.
Yeah. Let's start with the most simplest details.
Are you doing this with the kids in the room too? Yep.
Why did you attack us?
I've got nothing to say to you that will help. Why would I answer any of your questions? You're just going to take me back to Lord Burrow, and then all of my family will suffer for this.
I don't know. We've been sent here on very specific tasks to fix this problem. Whilst we certainly haven't fixed it, it appears that we've made some progress. Our word holds a lot of sway. And I think understanding this better is going to help your case so much more. And the case of your family.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Can I
There is no reason why.
can I maybe make an intimidation instead?
Yeah.
There is no reason why your children need to suffer
Don't think
the
I have.
consequences of your actions.
I will give you advantage based on that.
Helping.
Not bad up, but thank you. Intimidation, that is a 23.
She looks at you both and goes, my family had nothing to do with it. Get them out of this room. I'll tell you what I can. Just... And they're like, wait, what, Mum? No, listen to me. You go and stand outside. I'll be with you shortly, all right? Mum? Just do it. And Sally, the youngest, actually grabs the other two and leads them away.
If you all promise to behave, we will unbind you.
They nod. That an insight check?
Yep.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
17.
You've beaten them. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to try and fight while their mum's in here bound.
Unbind them and point them upstairs to their rooms.
Go to your room.
Go to your room.
Daddy Knives returns. They do. They go upstairs and they sit there, as far as you know. Ethel, I want you to promise me something. My family will not suffer for this. I'll go to prison. Put me wherever they put me. Just don't let my family suffer for this.
We'll do our very best.
No.
As long as you are completely honest with us.
I want to promise.
Do you trust in Lord Burrow?
Yes, absolutely.
And you can trust in us.
That's still not a promise.
We cannot promise on behalf of Lord Burrow. But if you trust him to make the right decision.
I'm not asking for the right decision. I'm asking you to save my family. I don't care what the right decision is. I don't care what you have to do it. I'll tell you everything as long as no one else suffers for this.
I don't particularly care what Lord Burrow does and doesn't know about these children. It's entirely possible they fled. It's your call.
Well, as I said, I don't believe they had anything to do with this. It was a mother's selfish decision.
Twist the knife.
Everything I did for them. But if they're looked after, I will tell you. She recounts the story that Sarah has already told you. She adds some details of basically having to work as a servant on board this ship in order to pay her way across, of like a grueling journey back from Var, where she's just walking for days, sometimes without food or water, living by trying to find an inn that will take her on as some kind of hand for a few days so that she can buy food for the next leg of the journey. But then you come to the part you haven't heard before. About 6 or so months ago, Sally showed the first signs of magic. It was all of my kids, all of them. I've been trapped in this life, just living here, working this mill my whole life. Jules is a good man, but he's just that. I wanted more. I wanted more for me, I wanted more for my kids. A traveling wizard came through the village from the Arcanum. He examined them, said they weren't powerful enough. They didn't have enough flowing through them. They didn't have enough command of the flow. That they'd never be accepted anywhere. And then he left. I chased him. I followed him. He just walked away. I was alone out in the woods. I went to the circle, the trees, to pray for some kind of help, maybe the gods. For the first time in my life, something answered. I never saw their face. It was shrouded in shadow. But devilish. It told me it could give me everything I wanted. It could give me and my children the power that we would need, that they could leave, they could have a better life, that they would get the life that they need, they would get to learn to escape this small, claustrophobic little place. But all I had to do was this one, maybe not so little thing. It gave me the plans to build something that it said would give them magic. I scraped together all of my savings. We sold off a large part of the grain. Don't tell Juniper or Uru that was village grain. I sold it. I went and took out a loan down in Fort Howell. And I found the parts I needed. I contacted someone in Var. Don't know who exactly. I might need to check my notes very quickly. Contacted someone in Var. They never gave me their name. I just was put in contact with them by the voice. And things started to show up. Crystals. Designs. Magical implements. I didn't know how any of it worked. I just followed the instructions and I put it together. I didn't think any of this would happen. I had no idea. I didn't want any of this. And it did. It worked. Sarah and I are certainly powerful. Sally, in particular, has she's really gotten a great grasp of quite a few things.
And what a better life you've left for them. Looking out at the giant tear in the sky. Seems you got everything you wanted.
I just... I'm sorry. And she just starts crying.
I can sympathize with having nothing. I can sympathize with being turned away. But not with this.
Where is Jules Sr.?
He didn't know any of this. He was at the festival while all of this was happening. I said we had work to do and that the kids would stand help. He went on his own. He has no idea. He's a good man. He doesn't know any of this. Do you have kids?
No.
Then maybe when you do, you'll understand. That's all I know.
I'm going to go see if the others are done.
Felix walks out of the building.
Yep. You leave as well?
I'll keep an eye on them.
On them? So like, are you in the room with her?
Yep.
Alright, so you're going to go and check on the others. As this song echoes out, is there anything that the two of you, or the three of you, would like to continue to do up at the top of that mill? Any further questions, discussion to be had?
I don't know what to do.
Then, if you don't have anything, then as this discussion is ongoing, Felix will enter the room, climbing up the ladder into the tower with them, or down the bottom floor.
Or the top.
Yeah, so enters into that top floor with all of you.
I think we're done. I think we're ready to go.
He stares for a second.
He's still just, they're just looking at the hole. They're waiting.
It's a question for later. I think we head back to the fort. We've got a few things to talk about, and
How are we going to explain?
to be perfectly honest, feel free to disagree. I don't think we do.
Are you guys talking about us?
Yeah.
I don't see any positive resolution to bringing them to the fort, but I also don't want them to leave.
Do you have a name, or are you just us's? Have you been called anything?
You must have some name. All things have a name.
We have a name for the unity, but we're not the unity anymore.
So,
You are your own being? Can't pretend to know what this unity
I
is.
don't know.
I have so many questions to ask.
you need something, we need to call you something. My name is Anielloa. This is Juniper. This is Felix.
Greetings.
Looks around the room to see what he.
I must
His name is
I
Tal.
don't know what her name is.
Chris Tal.
I must say,
I like this Tal.
Not just Chris.
I'm just glad you're not in the room.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
I must say, if you do not have a name at present, I would choose wisely. There's a great power in name. So do not waste your choice. I don't know if you want people to choose for you.
Chris.
I think there's time for this later. We need to fill people in.
Where is the red one?
He is waiting. We will be taking Ethel back to the fort. We need to make a decision about her children. It's hard to not see them as innocent parties in all of this. And we worry that taking them to the fort, we don't know what will happen to them. But either way, she must answer for what she's done.
Agreed.
I can watch them. We could watch them.
I don't think you should enter the fort.
The children have done no harm to us. Is that an insight?
Yeah, it's 12 negative 1.
Nat 20. He's very much telling the truth. Fucking what a waste of a nat 20.
The children have attacked me.
The children should go back
They
to the
did it
fort.
in defense of their mother.
I think this is a discussion for everyone. I don't want to speak without knives. But
Exactly
either
that one.
way, he is on our side.
I would like to see it. We would like to see
It'll take a bit of getting used to.
There's a lot of it.
it. Yep.
Hey. Just need to. Everything is good.
I'm choosing to trust you. If you move against him, it'll be out of my hands. But if you promise to be civil, sure. If it makes any difference, I think he feels very bad about what happened.
What is a promise?
Never had to describe that before.
Means you say something and you can't take some backsies. Yeah, that is exactly what I said.
I feel like absolutely what happens is the air just kind of, and it's like, is that laughter?
It would mean to say or do something and mean it with your every inch of your being.
Not every voice in here agrees with the majority.
Give me a number. Give me a percentage. What portion of your being?
Mostly.
I'm going to take that chance, as long as you know that most of my being will be in the way if you try to kill him again. Agreed? Don't know how to deal with it. Okay, let's
Rin.
and I just head back down. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, let's.
Alright, so you're all heading down?
Yeah. Party gathering.
Yeah, you all gather together.
But also with Devin? Or
Who's Devin?
Us?
the unnamed man?
The unity piece.
Crystal dude.
They that must not be named.
UPS.
Yes.
United. No. Can't think of anything that's related to you.
As soon as we see knives, I'm gonna walk straight over. Stop for a second.
Kind.
Put one hand in the center of his chest, and you feel like a very warm glow come from. What am I getting? D20, so I need D20.
And heals you for 40 points.
He casts heat metal.
Fuck you! No, and yeah, you hear a very beautiful song that
As-
only you can hear.
He saw, as Knives sees you coming up before you do that, he would have like gotten on one knee and I apologize for my actions.
You are cured for 9.
That was all very dramatic. But everyone's alive. So
Just.
that's all well and good. We might need to do something about that when we get back. I'm so tired. It's so late. We must soldier on. We definitely need to take Ethel to Burrow. There's no question about it. She needs to face what she's done. And say during this time, I fill everyone in on what she said.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't
And-
think the children will be safe
Awesome.
if we leave them behind.
We could watch.
Wait, sorry, what is it?
I think this should be up to Juniper. I feel they would be safe and not persecuted at the fort. Though there were those two rather unruly people, Bella and someone. They may not take too kindly to it.
You would know.
And how would they know?
We do have to
up to
walk
you.
them into a room full of people to get to Burrow.
Unlike the other people that we'll be walking in.
What? Well, I just...
Have you forgotten about the car?
They
Well,
are still
yes.
Yeah.
I suppose that's a fair point. I've forgotten a lot of things.
There will be no
I'll say
punishments.
they're actually waiting at the house now rather than at the edge of the
Yeah.
river. Like they,
I've beckoned them down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Our priority at the moment is just that people stay alive.
With that, I can agree.
And while this has been a lot to deal with, it is not the time to be giving out punishments. We need to find out what's going on. Because this does not just affect us
We've got
in
to
this
start.
small town.
My concern is, why isn't it getting better?
This is only the start.
That much I put together for myself.
And punishing Ethel is not going to do anything for the damage that's been done to the sky.
Tell that to the many people trapped in a fort.
Tell
These
that
are-
to the people
And to
that
the family.
died.
And
These
the
are
families
my
of people who
people.
died.
You are not familiar with their decision making.
I'm familiar with people.
You're familiar with pretending to be other people. I have lived with these people for hundreds of years.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
All right.
And Felix walks away from her.
So are we going up? We're going back to the fort with everyone in tow.
Yeah.
As
I'm
we-
assuming the kids didn't run.
No. You go up and they are
Gone.
What they did do is you see as you're coming up, you see Sally pulling away from the door that you were interrogating her at, and yeah, clearly listening. As we begin to move away from the mill, the wheel still turning, the grindstone still spinning.
I want to know what happens when we get out of the sphere.
I'm also, I'm also just still like completely naked. So seeing that people are wearing clothes, I'm just gonna like grab some scraps and just sort of make just a leotard pretty much.
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't even notice.
Weirdly
Wow.
enough, Jules Senior is perfectly your size. Here's his leotard.
Oh. There's a lot of people here. Seeing them.
Yeah, so as
Hello.
you move over, you do see
Shit.
Cassini pulls out a dagger from down her leg and is like,
No.
No.
I'm not doing anything.
Put it
What
away.
is this?
Just put it away.
We are we.
This is. Are
Was
we?
that a Tyrion?
I'm going to take their arm and say, we will all be traveling together back to the fort. There will be time for explanations at another time, but for now, we need to get to safety, and you need to trust me that it's going to be okay.
Persuasion check with advantage.
did so bad.
With advantage.
What have I got out of my character sheet? Give me a second.
Yeah, plus 50, it's fine.
Okay, plus
I think plus 5.
13.
13, that's good enough. You say this and they... Yeah, we trust you. We owe you our lives. All right, let's do this then. Agrippa kind of pulls himself up over the edge. Oh, by the gods, and lowers himself back down. As we're leaving this area, we move along. Knives. You hear a high above you. As struggling against the wind, a small bird of prey flies against the wind. Then out of sight.
All of a sudden, Knives' mood just shifts. He seems to pick up and has a little bit more of a pep in his step. Today's going to be a good day, my friends.
Is it?
Funny. I feel so far from that.
What is everyone feeling as we walk away from this mill? Start on this side.
I think Felix is in over his head. I think he's hit the point where it's really dawned on him that everything's bigger than him. Like, it started with all of the Fae stuff and he got really excited, but the more that he learnt and the less that he understood, he just feels completely out of his element. And he's very out of character at the moment. He's a bit lost.
Yeah. Juniper?
Juniper is feeling
Don't biscuits.
I don't want biscuits.
strong at the moment. And she has a clear vision of what needs to be done. And while the next part is going to be difficult, she knows that she's now needing to take the role as a leader for her people again, like she has done in other conflicts and wars in the past.
You've said pep in your step. Anything to add to that?
Feeling. Still conflicted about what just happened. But happy that it was resolved. And yes, looking forward to what tomorrow will bring with this good omen.
Anielloa?
I am more okay with being here because I feel like this group of people might actually be good and maybe have my back a little bit. They seem to trust me a little bit, at least. And yeah, it feels nice to maybe have some friends. Or maybe someone that's, as weird as where I'm from. It's nice. And I'm also very hurt and sad.
Everything is good.
hurt and
I'm
sad.
sad.
Devin, I will probably suggest, if you have things to say, do. But I think maybe keep as much mystery as you can for now.
Anyway.
Alright. As you approach, as you walk outside,
I will say, I'm walking alongside you. I purposely slowed down to walk next to you.
So did you miss all that?
Yeah,
You're looking at me. I'm like,
Beneath your feet, you feel the solid crunch of powder. Do you know what this is? You reach the edge of where that powder is, the wagon rolling top of the ridge. And there, as the wagon rolls up towards the fort, the two of you spot out of the corner of your eye the white trunk of one of the trees in the circle of 10. A branch growing out in their direction, almost as though pointing to you, hand outstretched.
Does from
Like
As soon as
actively
I notice
growing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like it stops, it's not like growing forever, but it like goes to a branch, almost like a hand reaching out.
um,
You've never seen this before.
yeah, does so just from one of the trees.
From a tree with a white trunk.
Is it close?
Yeah.
Cool. I walk over to the tree.
Does the branch look healthy?
You look up at the tree with this branch reaching out towards you. As you touch it, the branch falls away to the ground. Long, taller maybe even than you, ending in a hand-like gnarl. It sits at your feet.
Pick it up. Feeling the connection through nature and how trees communicate with each other. Feeling a bit more at home, or a part of something bigger.
You may add a staff to your inventory.
Get a sick magic item.
Where's my sig magic item?
No.
Pop your butt.
Fuck, he's been here like 2 seconds.
you have a vial of
I
poison. A
am.
vial of deadly poison.
I do. That is magical.
I drink it.
I don't know if you were there for that conversation.
You don't
She
have
has-
a
Juniper.
mouth. You cannot drink it.
You seeing the unnamed creature picking up this branch, it's immediately obvious to you that this is a staff. Some kind of the trees have seemingly gifted this to them.
That's a good sign, right?
It's a good
This
omen.
is like that moment when Vision picks up Joel in
yeah.
Like, oh, okay, we can trust him. It's
I'm
fine.
feeling more confident in what we're doing. I think we're making the right choice.
Are we going in the front door or the back?
Back.
Whoa!
Depends who asking us, the bard.
How many dinners have we had first?
We are children. You could sneak in through the back door and potentially avoid most of the crowd, but it's a big group to take in through the back door,
You say we split the party.
or you can go in through the front.
No, I reckon we need to be upfront. We don't want rumors, and if we announce the information right away, it will be more honest.
All right.
All right.
I'd like that the unnamed creature be on one side of me and somebody from the farm maybe be on the other side.
Okay. Sure. Francine, I guess we'll step up to take that role for you. Although actually, in fairness, as confident as she is a farmhand, so Cassini will step up and take that role for you.
Yeah.
So she stands alongside you. As you see at the gates, Joshan approaches, begins to open them, takes one look at this thing, lowers a spear and goes,
No.
What is this?
It's okay. He's not with the creatures. He's
We
a
are
friend.
Let's make a persuasion check.
Friend, not foe.
I do wave them.
Looking forward to just panic.
Can
Not
he be
good.
helped by our calm nature walking up? He will obviously see that we are not
Under duress.
tense.
No,
He's
that
not
just makes the DC
attacking us.
lower.
Okay. Just so long as you
What'd you
take
get?
note
6.
of
6.
that.
Cool.
Shit.
Joshan. Is this true?
Oh, sorry, I can't remember what had been
It's
said.
true.
Yes.
Gonna disobey an order. Opens the gates. Pulls it open. And you enter.
As I walk past, I go, we think.
So your eyes are just wide, especially because your voice
Doesn't
doesn't
like where
exactly
this is going.
emanate from location in that way. It's kind of just in your head. So he's like, the gates are pulled shut, and the inner doors to the fort open. The Thessarians stand up. Bulro looks over. Lord Fishop wrings his hands and looks over as this large group walks in. Bulro, you return with looking at the wagon, then the strange creature, then the bound people. Right.
Gifts?
Okay. Everybody stay calm. You see people standing up. The Thessarians immediately like, what is this? You bring them to us. You're a traitor, you are. Now stand down. Anielloa passes out.
Well, maybe.
Is there like a higher ground
Like a deer
of this
dice.
place?
Nah, this is like, there's a common room, which is like, it would have been almost like a throne room, but then there are multiple floors going up, which are bedrooms and with like guard outposts.
But we've walked into like the main rooms.
Yeah,
Like
that is literally, it's what's at the front. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did we bring in the wagon? I'm going to stand on the wagon,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is a gift?
and I'm going to address everyone.
Oh, honey.
Can't wait for his birthday.
And I'm going to loudly cry.
She's going to
I'm going to loudly lose my microphone.
Hang on a
Quick,
second.
explain what a gift is.
Okay, and then I'm going to address the room
you give someone you like.
and say, my people of 10 trees, we have returned with more of our people, with food, and with good news, and new friends.
Is this going to be another one of those 10-minute speeches where you give us temporary hit points?
Oh, everyone.
Well,
Everyone.
I can't give it to you again. But let's just say that it's a character trait that we give speeches sometimes.
It does appear to be.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So
What is monologue?
as you stand,
Why does it take so long?
as you stand up and begin to address everybody, you do see the Thessarians stand their arms crossed, looking at you with more hostility than you've seen. You see faces throughout the crowd are kind of looking skeptical, but overwhelmingly, all eyes are on you. Putting you under pressure.
Yeah, I hadn't prepared any.
We saved lives.
I am so thankful to the guards and the strength of our people that you appear to have remained safe in my absence. we have been able to rescue these people here.
There's a
One guy.
No, it's Emmett.
yes, absolutely.
And I believe we are one step closer to figuring out what has happened here and returning to our normal lives with our new friend here who will help us figure out what has happened. We've already stopped. I just keep going. I'm going to wait till the crowd looks happy with what I'm saying.
So as you're talking, it's starting to go that way. It's starting to turn. And then Bellathasarian gets up. Well, that's all well and good then. But whose fault was all of this?
That's an excellent question that I would love to know the answer to, and we will figure out together.
Okay, so I think we're going to do a couple of things here. One, I want you to roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
And two, I want you to roll a deception check. And you are going to roll against Bella here. She does not have a bonus.
Yeah.
That is a 7.
Come on, Symone.
Which one was which?
Beat a 7.
What do I want more? I want...
No, you should have
That is not how it works.
Okay, wait. All right. I will just pick the one that I like more. All right.
The number, of course, not the dice.
Yeah, like the dice that I like more.
Yeah, I actually often do that. I have my main dice, and that's
Yeah.
always my...
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say for persuasion, I got 16, and for deception, I got 7.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So,
That meant for
the
DC.
room is very on your side. Bella interrupting you, you actually see a murmur of like, shut up. Like, everyone's listening to you. People needed hope. You're giving it to them. You've walked in and you said, we're going to fix this. Bella's bringing down that mood. And then she says, she asks you those questions and you say, I'd really like to know. She takes one look at the people tied up, villagers tied up, and goes, you're lying to us. She's lying to us. Can't you see this? Something's happened out there. These people, they know something, they did something.
Many things.
Someone's got to pay.
Many things did happen out there. And we made a lot of hard decisions. And some things had been done for the safety of our people and the people here. But there is still work to be done. And I need these people to come in, be fed, kept warm, and rest. And we will move forward together.
Okay, one more persuasion check. And
Jesus Christ, I vote for you.
I am going to roll Bella with advantage because you did lie.
know.
And she absolutely caught you in it.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
find
political
Paula.
leader.
You are.
Yeah.
And give her a knowing look that this might be the best goodbye I have for her.
Oh no.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
You don't even need to roll one.
Uh-oh.
Felix knows where this is going.
I didn't roll well. What did you get?
One.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Maybe I wouldn't vote for you.
See, Bella goes, someone's got to pay. And you hear murmurs throughout the room. People kind of getting up in arms, agreeing. You even see a couple of the people who you did give weapons kind of like looking around. You trusted those people. They're not going to turn on you. They're suddenly looking at a crowd of angry people and going, that they know, going, I need less happy music. As you're looking at this room full of people you know, all arguing, all getting riled up, Buro once again steps forward and with that big voice joins you. Now everyone, be quiet and listen to her. We are not like this. This is not us. We are better than this. Juniper has a solution to all of these problems. We're going to find something together. We are better. The crowd quiets. Now, let's go and talk about this somewhere else. Joshan, see that everyone is kept safe and calm. Mr. Redhorn, if you would kindly take all of these people to the back. Let's talk about this.
Aye.
If anyone lifts a finger, and he walks out of the room, hoping that you'll all follow. The crowd, as you look, you see many of these faces that you've known for their entire lives, looking at you, nodding, smiling. The one at the end there didn't help. Your last words thrown off balance by being caught out in a lie. But you still got through to a lot of these people. Most of them trust you. Boro sits down in the same back room. Terence, you see, also follows you in. Sits down in the same back room as where you were first interrogated. Francine brushes off to be with Emmett. Emmett immediately stands up and hugs her, and the two of them sit. And the landowners walk around distributing food to hungry people. Knives, you have been charged with taking the prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just taking them, leading them?
Yep.
Okay.
Not the kids.
Not even the tied up one? Oh no, you untied them. So you let them be?
Mm-hmm.
So Ethel, what are you doing? You following along too?
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you? Who's following Buro? Who's staying outside?
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I'll follow Bro.
I'm telling the kids to go and hang with the landowners and Emmett.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Buro collapses into the chair. What happened? What is all this?
We have pieces of information, but I do not have any answers or solutions at this time. Who's in the room?
Buro will pull you aside if you want to talk alone, but otherwise everyone, including Ethel and...
Okay.
Oh, and Terence. Hidler Fisher.
Nice hearing
Turd.
Oh, man.
He's a turtle.
Because he is technically the second highest ranked person in this place.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what happened. We went to the farm. We left that cool dude there on his own. Yep. But he'll be fine,
Fraudry is alive.
I assume.
Last we saw.
Oh,
That is good to hear. That is
I literally just thought about that when I said
I was trying to figure out who you're talking about. I was like, what?
that is good to hear. His absence was worrying. He's a skilled fighter. He should have been here.
He might make his way here.
He is certainly helping the town.
Good. Good to see him finally pulling his weight rather than drinking the tavern dry.
Oh, he was still drinking. But he was also fighting. Very, very impressive. I digress. The farm was overrun. There we were, separated. Bugs attacking this way. A child up the tree. Bug was going at the child. There was a lady, and I killed 2 of the bugs. I know. Unfortunately, I couldn't understand her body. It was so soft, and she unfortunately did die. And then...
What are you doing?
And then I carried her inside the house where everybody else was safe. Then we went along the road to the mill.
And what happened next?
There was this bubble around the mill, and it was like crunchy snow, but it wasn't snow. It was like dust. It was crystal dust. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've just put this together.
As you have this revelation in this soft moment, Terrence, who you hadn't realised, has gotten really close. Is like, well, don't stop there. Go on.
I don't like you, but I will continue. And then we went to the door. The kids wouldn't let us in. There was a really cute little, did I say? There was something with magic. And then I ran into the mill, and I ran all the way up the stairs. And then there was this creature. And then I don't know what happened outside, but he was in a glass bubble. And he was trapped. And I don't know what everyone else was doing. But I got him out, and it was her fault.
You see Felix.
You're doing so well.
Disappointed.
Make a persuasion check for me, but yeah.
Did you just realise that the dust is me?
Yeah. I realised before, but I had no way of bringing it up.
And you just realised.
What am I doing? Persuasion.
Just persuasion. Yeah.
19.
19. A harrowing tale. Well, I consider me impressed. Boros fully rolls his eyes. Yes, deeply impressive. And you, what should we call you? Do you have a name? If not, that is all right. We can talk that soon.
It's very
Now,
gentle.
you said this was her fault.
Well, I mean, that's what I was told. Second-hand information.
So you're talking about Ethel here?
Yep. She's in the room, right? Yeah, it's just, I wouldn't have said it's Juniper's fault.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were just looking at Juniper
Yeah.
and were like, it's her fault.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
True villain of all of this.
Yikes.
Sucked in.
Headless Bishop straightens up and goes, well, I thought you said there was no culprit found.
It's like she's gonna say it in front of everyone, you dweeb.
I cannot make that decision alone and without more information. We can talk together about the circumstances and what led to us being here. But a quick decision is
No.
not going to serve anybody.
No, you are quite right. The king's justice demands time and a king's representative. Boro looks at him. Fish up. He looks down at Ethel. What evidence do you have of these crimes? That this traitor did this?
For now, we have seen mechanisms in the mill that she owns.
Pipe and gear.
We've seen the casing that kept our new friend here. And we also saw the way that she was treating him. Would I have heard anything that she said that was incriminating?
That she said? I mean, they told you what she said.
Yeah, we know exactly she said she did
Yeah,
it.
but not firsthand.
Not firsthand, no.
Not firsthand information.
No.
And your guard, are you there? No, you're not. Oh, you are. Spoke with her directly as she provided further information of her actions and a confession.
Well, you verify this?
Aye.
And what have you to say for yourself? What is her name?
Her name is Ethel.
Mullen.
What is it?
Mullen.
Mullen, yeah.
Mrs. Mullen, have you anything to say for yourself? And she just stares at him. He slaps her across the face.
Whoa! You need to chill.
This is not how we act here.
We do not like the tone of this man's voice.
You know what? Me neither.
That is not for you to decide. I am here as an official representative, and I am passing the king's judgment. This seems like a magical crime, yes?
It's hard to say.
It's certainly a complicated crime.
Did this crime involve the magic that split open the sky?
Certainly something magical did occur.
It's hard to say one way or the other.
Then it's easy. Life in the eye. Steps back. She will never see the light of day again. She'll be transported to Arkansas, where she will await transport to the eye. We have our culprit. Good job.
Thanks.
And then he steps back, and Boro just looks around at all of you. Well, the king's voice has spoken. We received some news. The second thing I needed everyone in here for. Bishop beckons to Jashan outside and goes, "Put her in a room on her own. Make sure the door is locked and guarded." And then he salutes, walks up, and takes her away.
Justice.
One man's justice. It requires many to come up with an answer.
Not when the answer comes from the king.
Are you the king? What is the king?
It's gonna take a while.
I speak his voice. And Bishop disappears to say that that's done.
Yeah, good.
Once he's out of the room, Boro, his head in his hand, and goes, "I'm sorry. My reach does not stretch that far. In this, little Bishop outstrips me. But this other news that I needed to talk to you all. Duke Paolo de Suterland is on his way. We received word. You know his reputation. Duke Paolo is a ruthless man. If he's been sent to contain the situation, anyone even indirectly involved will be detained and questioned. Bishop has already commanded me to keep you all here. You would likely go straight to prison. Maybe even to the Eye. You would certainly be taken. And I don't want to think what they might try to work out.
What is this? I?
I'm guessing.
We have two of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
You
I
have
don't
none.
think it's in my notes.
He's
No.
poking his
So,
eyes.
the Eye is a prison. Its location is unknown to everyone except for those who work there. The Eyeless. It's not necessarily known whether they were ever humanoid or sentient or what they were, but they are something pretty alien. It is basically the place where all of the worst magical criminals in history are kept, and no one knows how to get there, and no one's ever gotten out.
I knew there would be no happy ending to this. But nevertheless,
I might disagree. You've all done us a great service. Bella and Hidel do not speak for the village. Juniper does. I do. As far as I'm concerned, you're all heroes. You will be dissected, torn apart, examined. And as far as I can tell, you're alive. I sense no threat from you. You have assured me that this creature is no threat. And I would not see that done to any living thing. Duke Paolo will be here by tomorrow evening. I suggest you head into the mountains. Find a way out. North. I know a pass. Out the back through the mountains that will take you away from here, avoiding the roads. Juniper, we need to solve this, and the answers aren't here. I will be needed in the capital and looking after our people. These people need someone who knows this place and cares about it. Will you go with them?
It must be done.
You have a sworn duty to the Hidlatel. Tell me though, truly, what do you think of him?
Behind closed doors. He's a pompous ass.
And worse, he's a pompous ass with a lot of power. I'm going to ask you to betray your oath. And I know it's a lot to ask. But know this, that no nation, no border is what's important here. What's important here is that our world is under threat. And these people won't make it on their own.
Daddy, no. Don't leave us.
Oh god, I'm staying.
Daddy Knives.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Does he have
Daddy,
children?
Burrow.
Daddy, I'm going to refocus on you. You don't have to answer now. Take time. You are all injured. Rest. Tend to your wounds. But if you want to escape the Duke, you should be gone by morning.
What does that mean for the citizens of Ten Trees?
We have a militia. We have food. We can look after ourselves. We're strong.
And when the Duke gets here?
The Duke will not harm an innocent who has no direct connection. He can't. Even he is bound by laws, if not principle.
Will you not get in trouble?
I can handle some trouble. I don't.
You feel a lot warmer.
I cannot make this decision for you. This is something you all must decide. You may stay and hope for the Duke's mercy.
That is not an option, I assume.
I don't take you for a fool, Lord Burrow.
No.
Optimism can only be stretched so far.
And if I were in your shoes, I'd be running into the mountains in the middle of the night. But it is your choice. As far as I'm concerned, you are free. You are all heroes, and you have my eternal gratitude and allegiance. And even though I may seem fairly humble most of the time, I like to think I am a duke. That counts for something.
Here's hoping, my lord.
My lord.
I just cut and copy it.
Oh. Yes.
I guess I have things to attend to.
Ooh. If we leave, though, will we ever see you again?
We can never know that. But maybe. I can hope so. I certainly hope I'll see you all alive and well at the end of whatever all of this is. It's been a little bit of fun despite all the horror. Take the light while you can.
I have light.
You do. You glow. It's very nice.
No, I'm not shivering.
See, don't you have a little rock that glows and I just start glowing?
Burrow is going to, as he opens the door and gestures for you all to, do what you need to do. And if everyone's walking out the door as you pass, he does stop each of you. I want you to know something. Just pulls you aside for a second. People sometimes surprise you. And are good. You have he puts his hand on your shoulder. Thanks. And apologies for manipulating you into doing all of this.
I appreciate your efforts and your gratitude, of course. But I like to think I did a lot of good this day. Look how far it got me.
Well, looks out the window. The sun is rising. Anielloa, he pulls you aside as well. Look after yourself and look after them.
I will.
The world's weird.
I know.
It took a lot of getting used to for me when I moved from my people to the wider world. It'll be more for you, I'd imagine.
It's weird here.
You remember?
It's so squishy.
Yes. and small. It's very strange. Anyway, remember to look for the good. Most people have it, and fun.
I'll try.
Even. Head down the hallway. The Hidlertoe. There's something good in him, I'm sure.
Maybe a toe.
A finger. Probably not. Well,
Very much enjoyed meeting you.
You are good.
it was wonderful to meet you as well.
I was gonna yank his head down and kiss him.
Oh.
Bye. Nice to
Bye.
go away.
Oh, knives.
Just so
this
glad you're my
awkward
teacher.
I will not order you or ask you to make that decision any further than I did. This is your choice. You may stay. I don't imagine you will be arrested. But how much good, really, are you going to be able to do here? You don't belong here. You belong out there. I don't know what happened to get you posted here, but I know there was something. You're bigger than guarding this village. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, bro.
You? Well, you're a fascination. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I had kind things to say to everyone that I had practiced in the mirror a little bit. I didn't know you existed. So I'm just going to say, you seem new. I hope you can find out whatever you mean. And you are.
Ooh. And I pull him in and kiss him on the cheek.
That's awesome.
But just like just.
That's so
That's great.
okay.
Oh no. We're building your character.
That's what I just said to him. I was like, thank God you're my teacher.
Juniper, he waits for you last. And just immediately pulls you into a hug. Or tries to. And then... I'm sorry for asking this of you. I'd go myself, but you know what'll happen. The King's going to need me to answer questions about this. I'm going to be on the first card back to Arkansas.
You don't need to say anything more. I am happy to go.
You'll get to see the world. It'll be exciting. Just don't forget us.
I could never.
All right. Claps his hand and it's so loud.
Ooh.
I'll go and attend to the populace. Oh! We have friends out in those mountains. Both of us. I think you know where to take them. And then he walks away down the hallway. As you are walking away, you hear a voice from your shoulder. Well, it seems you'd proved me wrong. Bishop starts just striding alongside you. Claps you on the shoulder. You're a good man. Muffet is sure, but good man.
Say what you have to say.
Oh. Nothing too much to say at all. I'll put in a good word for you with the Duke. Because you're not thinking of going anywhere, are you?
I very much look forward to having a proper conversation with you about some of the things that have happened here. One of these days.
Oh, I'm sure. I would quite enjoy that conversation.
I think there's a lot to learn about you.
I like to think I have many layers. It's why the king chose me.
This man
And
is
I-
like an onion.
We don't know.
And I'm very much interested in how you got to where you are now.
Oh. Hard work, dedication, and skill.
I'm sure.
Just like you. Claps you on the shoulder again. You get the annoying impression he's kind of, yes, being combative with you, and has also kind of decided he likes you.
I take some notes into my journal. Tuck it away.
I'll put in a good word for you. Oh, and fine performance on the stage. I'm sure once all of this is blown over, we'll be able to put you on in Arkansas.
And don't worry, I'm sure the right people will hear your name from me too. And I keep walking.
Knives.
Turns around, he's like,
I've just been watching the entire time.
You find yourselves in the fort. With the Duke on the way. What do you all want to do? Anything you would like to do before you fall asleep and head off? Or fall asleep and then do things? Your choice.
I would very quickly like to try to single out Paula.
Yep.
Not actually go up to her. I don't really want to enter this crowd again.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to get her attention and get her to join me somewhere away from
Yep.
everybody.
Yeah, she... Felix?
Starts to tear up and just kind of...
Felix. She doesn't go for like any big emotional display. She hands you a handkerchief. You all right?
It always ends the same way. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to live up to that contract. It appears I must take a few steps back.
Honestly, I never really thought you'd stay with us for the full length of that contract.
I really hoped this would be the one. But this
Felix.
shit is always following me.
Felix. You say it always ends this way, but this isn't an end. This is a start. Hasn't ended yet. Take the damn handkerchief.
Too proud for that. I suppose we have to do things my way now. You'll send them on the wrong path for me, won't you?
Oh, of course.
Give the others my best. I'm sure Dominic's got a good few years in him, and who knows, maybe a bit of adventure will finally pull Sam together into something resembling competence.
He has promise and you know it. If you were 10 years younger, you'd be looking at him and seeing similarities, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
I certainly hope not.
Well, I'll do what I can with them. They're a mess, but they're fun.
I'm sure things will be very different when I check back next.
I'm sure they will.
I'm excited to see where you go.
And you. I'm very excited to see where you go.
If you can.
Sorry, it's a nervous tick.
I don't know where I'm heading. I honestly don't know where to start. But if you could put any word in with Edwina for me. I have a feeling we may need to see her at some point.
I'll write a letter. I'll let her know you're on your way.
Thank you, darling. I'm going to get some rest.
That is a good idea. I cannot believe I'm still awake, in honesty.
And I guess I'll see you
On the path, as they say.
Somewhere down the line.
And you hear, as you're saying that, and going, you hear, oh, you're not getting rid of me that easy, and arms wrap around you from behind, as Sand's just like right behind you. You going somewhere?
Of course not. But I will say one thing. You're about this close to really winning me over.
Punches you in the ribs a little too hard.
This.
Hey, you said I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be a star.
And I'm rarely wrong.
You already won me over. That's for sure.
Damn straight. Felix is on his way.
Have anyone else they would like to talk to?
Negative. Do you sleep?
I need time to heal.
Let's go do that. Let's go heal. Let's just go. We power off.
Right. So you guys go to head off.
Not here.
I'm gonna go find Bishop.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the last you saw, he went knives and marched off down the hallway. You can just follow him.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him in the face. Hit the tail.
I have a letter of reservation.
I'm gonna hit the tail. Sort of just walk towards a window. And just look up towards Aetel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me being here?
You were assigned to me. Protection. Never know when things might go south.
Yes, well, I haven't helped but notice you've never once asked anything of me, really. Every time something happens, you go straight to Joshan.
Well, you were busy saving the town, and Joshan was closer. There's nothing to it.
Not just today. The entire time I've been assigned to you.
Oh, I don't read anything into it. It hardly matters anyway. You're here to follow orders.
What do you make of all this, then? Looking up at Aetel.
This looks you straight in the eyes. This was an act of war. That woman, she's working for someone who wants to see a Tyria fall. My money's on Var.
It does usually seem to be that.
Well, you've got a good head on your shoulders You've got a good head on your shoulders.
You know, I never really found much comfort in the gods.
That's a shame.
Coming here, I have started to find comfort in... I'm gonna ruin his name. Anzade?
Anzade. Yeah.
Anzade. I think I'd like to believe in peace, rather than war.
Well, that would be a good world, wouldn't it? I would like to believe in that too. You easily catch the tone. He doesn't. Anyway, shouldn't you be on watch or something?
Yes, of course.
Dismissed. Oh. If, at any point you need anything from me, I'll be in my room. Let me know of anything that happens.
Of course.
You know no one is to leave this building.
Aye.
Upalo, the Sutulan, is on his way. he will set things right. Juniper, anyone you would like to talk to? Anything you would like to do?
I've already talked to
Buru?
Buru. I'm going to just go to my room and get appropriate supplies.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe better walking shoes,
Yeah.
a coat, things like that.
You're prepping for this long
yeah.
journey.
I just want to be ready.
Yeah, you get all of your things ready. Out the window from your room, which overlooks the green and the village, you can see the devastation, the wind still tearing trees out. Even now, when things have stopped spreading, Ayatul still hanging there, the wind gone mad. But in all that, you see the circle of 10 trees blowing in a gentle breeze in your direction.
I'm going to stay here and do I pray or do I suppose, yeah, I pray to the trees for answers.
I'm just gonna say, make a religion check.
I got a nat 20.
Wow, good timing. Whoa.
Trees blow in your direction. You see the leaves moving. You see the white tree with the branch that outstretched towards this new companion. And you see the two trees' roots and branches entwining, growing together. There's a sense of loss, for sure, that these trees are bidding you farewell, and on the path you feel a certainty, a strength, and maybe a little bit of excitement. And in the distance, just behind the trees, you see the trees of the forest beyond begin to shift. As it outlined against the darkness, the shape of a massive spider looks through at you and then moves away.
Better not be so much spiders.
Safe in the feeling that you maybe have Zoshimetsu's blessing. You pack your things. Everyone's getting a long rest? That long rest.
That was the longest I've ever
I could make it longer.
And for you, because obviously I just would have followed you to wherever you slept.
What's that?
I haven't said you anything.
He didn't lie
Checking
down.
to see if I'd seen
He
something.
just stands in the corner and still looks awake.
That's fine.
But what you see
Rest.
is like all the chips and stuff that he had from the fight with knives just glimmer. You can see the crystal grows back.
That's
and
cool.
replaces it.
Nice.
It also starts to grow. His horns move and start positioning themselves more like the start of yours.
That's so good. That's so good.
That's awesome.
Oh. Good night.
The sun rises, Suravite, rising into the sky. The land, the fort, still shrouded in shadow as Ayatul blocks even Suravite's light here. But at dawn, you sleep through for as long as you dare, and then ready for the path. As you all gather your things and begin to head out, I'm going to get you in particular to make a stealth check for me, and all of you really is to make a stealth check with advantage.
Do I get
As
advantage?
Bull-
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
up.
you all get advantage.
Knives gets up extra early and is just sitting on the bed looking at the chainmail. And eventually, when he hears noise of stirring outside, he'll fold it up and leave it on the bed.
All right.
Damn.
You would wake up. Felix is already kind of.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
15.
15. Anyone?
That would be 17.
17.
Knives.
10.
10.
I rolled a 7 and a 9.
15.
15. And natural 20.
Jesus.
Advantage.
You begin to head out. Little Bishop beginning to rise and moving around. You slip past him, past everyone. Sure that you'll be seen. You see as Bulro ushers people away and nods at all of you, slipping out the back entrance and towards the mountain pass that he suggested. As you're...
Just because I feel like we should. If he's awake, I want to catch Emmett's eye. And just kind of... before we leave.
Emmett,
Was that guy?
Just
Same.
some acknowledgement.
That's his
as you head out,
son.
wait! Comes running, and Bulro just puts a hand out. As you walk out, see Emmett pops up, tanned face at a window at the fort, looking out at you. At his elbow height, a red head. As Fenelon pops up to look out after you as well. And Emmett waves as you head off into the mountains.
I wave back.
And we'll end the session there. With everybody leveling up.
I should have given Emmett the chainmail. That would have been interesting.
Missed
Alright.
opportunity.
He'll find
We'll
it.
run into him later in
Rewind.
the campaign.
How does it feel?
He's like a
being
military man now.
Oh, he's underneath. What's his face?
Yeah.
He's the new you.
Has anyone had to run from the law before?
How do you level up again?
Well, this is the thing.
Oh, shit.
We're not going to stop just yet. We're not going to stop the cameras just yet, because we got to roll hit points.
Yeah.
So, everyone get your hit die.
Date.
Everyone hit the die.
How does it feel being my mum?
Hell yes.
I know, I feel like you're imprinted on me like a little duckling. I'm the worst person to imprint on.
That's
me.
why it's there.
That's so funny. That's so
It's
funny.
going to go terribly for everybody.
I'll tell you what to do.
So, we're not going to don't need to worry too much about the full level up for now. Grab
Yeah.
your die. For you, it's a D8.
Yeah.
So what level should we be?
We're level 3.
Cool.
Mine is also a D8.
Jack of all trades.
Wait, no, hit dice
It
is
applies to
2d8.
like 5 things.
Yeah, that's just how many you have.
Yeah, you
Each
have
level,
another
you get an extra one. So,
And we just roll one now.
Yeah.
we roll it, and
Haven't-
we re-roll ones.
We haven't leveled up in such a long time.
I know.
Yeah.
I rolled the 7.
Roll a 7.
I rolled a 5.
A 5.
I rolled a 5.
A 5.
5.
5.
a D8.
That's a lot of 5s.
Hang on.
And
5.
wow. All right. So,
Does it feel to be the old one out that rolled a 7?
Hey, I'll take hit points. Felix needs them.
for everyone, we'll
Level up, come on.
end the session there, and I'll teach all of these idiots how to use D&D Beyond.
Hell yeah.
I was born yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
So I add a 5 onto the
We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Farewell.
I love you.
You're all right.